Good morning. If you are just joining us, well, overnight while you were sleeping, Hurricane Nicole made landfall just south of Vero Beach at 3 a.m. The max sustained wind 75 miles an hour. Nicole has now been downgraded to a tropical storm, but it is a strong tropical storm at that. 70-mile-per-hour winds at this time. As we look at the latest advisory as of 4 a.m. from the Hurricane Center, it is still moving west-northwest at 14 miles an hour and will continue to move here across parts of central Florida. Could be near just north of Tampa by 1 p.m. with 50-mile-per-hour winds, because now that it's moving inland and over land, it is losing that fuel from the ocean, and then it is forecast to lift northward across the panhandle, turn to the northeast, and then impact much of the southeastern U.S. It'll be riding up Georgia and the Carolinas as a depression. Now we take a close-up view, and the center of Tropical Storm Nicole is right near Sebastian. The Space Coast is getting slammed right now, and the Treasure Coast is still dealing with the impacts too. And then it could be moving near or across parts of Orlando. This is the reason why many of the theme parks had to close yesterday in the afternoon hours, and then it will continue to move off to the west coast of the state. Want to tell you and show you how this is so rare, and the fact that there have only been 2 other November hurricanes to hit our state, and that was the Hurricane Kate back in 1985. You can see the red. That is a track that it took across the panhandle. And the Yankee Hurricane back in 1935. And then, of course, now we have Nicole that moved in from the Atlantic, moved across the Bahamas, made landfall there yesterday near Marsh Harbor and the Abaco Island, and then now making landfall near Vero Beach at 3 a.m. We have seen that the hurricane watch, it's been lifted for Broward County. Even the tropical storm warning has been lifted. We are currently not under any warnings or advisories in terms of Nicole right now, but Palm Beach County and areas north of there now transitioning to a tropical storm warning because Nicole has weakened to a tropical storm. Here's the latest radar and satellite image, and you can see that Nicole's wind field still is very large and extensive and encompasses much of our state, especially central Florida at this time. And really all of the action is concentrated near where this tropical storm is. Here in South Florida, we're really not seeing any rain at this time, and we're dealing with the stormy weather mainly here near the center of Nicole, which is pushing near Melbourne and continuing to batter the west coast too, those outer rain bands. So taking a look, the strongest wind gusts so far in Cocoa Beach, 67-mile-per-hour winds, but sustained winds as high as 44 to 48 mile per hour in Vero Beach. The winds not as strong as earlier when it made landfall, but still gusts to 41 miles per hour and sustained at 28 miles per hour. But right now, let's get a closer look at some of the local impacts here for South Florida with meteorologist Dave Warren.
Yes, we were looking at the winds here. They are turning to the west now, and here in South Florida, the rain bands lifting to the north, but we'll have that west wind. There could be a few showers that develop here and move through the area, so we're not quite clear from the rain yet. We can track all of this with the computer forecast. It takes us each hour and shows us what to expect. There we are at 7 o'clock this morning. A few showers, the breeze turning to the west-southwest. Still a bit gusty at times. Could see that gust really pick up as soon as the sun comes out, heats things up. I'll put the gusts on there, moving just off the coast here, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, and Homestead, because we are seeing a few showers that are moving through the area here. They'll move with the breeze. Gust to 12 to 3 o'clock could be the strongest. 20, 25, 30, 35 mile an hour gust at times. The breeze consistent out of the southwest, and there's the gusty breeze there by 5 o'clock. Still mainly dry with a few showers moving through the area. Then the wind turns south, and by tomorrow morning, the next 24 hours, that's when you could see a few showers there pushing through the area here.